All right, I am here at what ostensibly could be called Fort Windblade. This is the Artist Alley. I'm here with Mairghread Scott and Sarah Stone.
Hi.
Pleasure to meet you guys. This comic book with Windblade is it's interesting. It's like Transformers, but with like really good art as well, and like decent writing, and it's a mini series. It's not one of the main series. It's coming left field to me because I'm unfortunately still ignorant to the quality of the Dinobot series that you'd been writing previously. So this kind of was me diving into the cold pool. Like I don't know the art and I don't know the writing too well, but the art looked super neat. And Windblade is a pretty big character. She's the thrilling 30 top-off character. She's a new original female Transformer character. So working on this book, you guys have been doing a lot of press and talk about this book, and now we got issue 3 on the way, right?
Yeah, yeah, it drops next week.
Yeah, how are you feeling about the reception to the book so far?
It's been really stunning. Like, it's been great and really surprising in a lot of ways. It's fun how much fans have responded to, having a really empathetic, caring sort of main character.
Mm-hmm. And with the art side of things, as I understand it, you're kind of doing like a one-stop art shop thing here. Like you're covering everything.
Doing everything. Yeah, it's been a whirlwind, but it's been really, really fun.
Yeah, like how has that been? Like like issue 1 was just bang on, but have you like been feeling a crunch yet? Has it been a bit
Oh yeah,
uphill?
It's been feeling crunchy since the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially since it's my first time doing official interiors for any comic, so it was a lot of learning curve at the beginning too. So I feel like I lost a little bit of time there that I had to crunch up for later. But yeah, it's been awesome.
Yeah, I mean, personally speaking, your art style is really cool to see in just this world of Transformers IDW is doing. It's got an identity. It's pretty strong. It's got a lot of emotion in the panels.
Good.
Speaking to just like everything involving Windblade and the Windblade story, when you guys came on to do this, was this after the character had already been designed, named, and put together? Like, were you guys just sort of given the Windblade character as kind of like a toy to mess with, like come up with a backstory, come up with everything else?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Well, they had the toy, they had the name, they had the design, and it was sort of like, go from there. And so we had it. Essentially, our job was to take her from toy to person.
Yeah.
And I think we've done a good job.
I think it's been great. Windblade suffered from a head start that the Drift character suffered from, in that a lot of people looked at this character design and were like, it's a samurai robot girl jet thing. Like, is this like going to be some sort of the badassest Transformer? This is going to be the character who kind of comes in and is like, I am so cool. Did you guys, like, when you were writing Windblade, were you kind of conscious of like wanting to make this a really strong, like you said, empathetic character, like something that would be nothing like the preconception?
Well, yeah, that was part of it, and I really been. My work on Dinobots got kind of nihilistic towards the end, so I really wanted to make a hero who was truly hopeful.
Yeah.
And I wanted someone who could fall in love with Cybertron, because the idea was that since Windblade's a limited series, but we're in continuity with the other 2 books, is we could get new readers to come and read us and fall in love with Cybertron as well.
Yeah.
So, and it all kind of stemmed from that core idea.
I was really impressed with how it was such a good entry book, in that Windblade could be the new audience. Because in universe, this character has just come back to Cybertron, and as you said, like, it's a great intro point.
Yeah, you're learning with her.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
But with some of the other cast in Windblade, like you guys are getting to work with Waspinator and some of and Skybite and a couple of other characters. You guys also kind of legitimized the 2 Tankors that, as toys are not toys a lot of folks were looking at going like, these are great. Like, one of them is an old Octane, the other one is kind of a short Tankor. Was the fat Tankor thing like something that sort of came from like looking at the 2 side by side, or?
Well, when we were talking about potential casts, I was talking with John Barber, my editor, and we were going through, who was available, who did we want around, and he mentioned, he's like, oh yeah, and there's Tankor, and he's like, well, actually, there's 2 Tankors, 2 guys named Tankor, and once I remembered that, I was like, oh my god, like, they have to be best friends.
Yeah.
We absolutely have to do that. there are two different guys named Tankor, and I couldn't resist that.
There's some meta level stuff, kind of light humor meta level stuff I enjoyed, like the wing blade line, because everyone, 9 out of 10 people, half the time, it's a fraction of a fraction, they keep saying wing blade because it rolls off the tongue like that. Was that just kind of like a nod to the ongoing?
Yeah.
Have you guys considered doing a character called Wingblade in this book, just to follow? I had this little idea of, if you guys have read The Tick, Barry the Tick, you just have a character named Wingblade. Nothing like Windblade, but it's really mad someone stole the name.
No, it is definitely floating around in the back of my mind. So that and, someday bringing Dinobot into the Dinobots.
Yes.
Just to create maximum confusion.
I take great enjoyment in an in-universe awareness of some of the ludicrous nature of naming Transformers. So you guys are working on a 4-part Wingblade, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys? Have you got any plans for stuff moving ahead from there? Are you brainstorming some stuff? I know you probably can't talk about dead-on future projects.
Well, definitely brainstorming some stuff, and I think by the end of issue 4, you'll get a very clear sense of where we would sort of love to go. But working on some original stuff and have a lot of work in the pipeline, so we're very happy.
Well, we need to see some more Sarah Stone art in the IDW verse.
I think it was announced that I am doing interiors for one Robots in Disguise issue.
Excellent.
Coming up, so.
Yeah, it's because we've got this big push right now with the books being so popular, but with just a couple of, it's the same couple of people all working on it, and that's great, but I always get worried when we have a situation of a couple of years of the same creatives. Like, it's nice to see, fresh new blood coming in that are matching up to the par set by what's being put out so far.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I love the art that's going on right now, so I'm just really happy to be joining them and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. Just I guess one last question. I mean, this is a pretty predictable one, but Windblade also brought along, with her introduction, a couple other female Transformers into the IDW continuity, which up until then had remained extremely nebulous as to the nature of, are there female Transformers whatsoever, operating off of just having the RC character. So I know you've taken a lot of kind of pride in being able to deliver that side of this story. As time is going on, it seems like there's a lot of reception to, a good reception to this introduction to this universe. How's it treating you? I mean, were you expecting the reaction you were getting, and how important this was to this universe?
Well, I knew it was going to be big, but it still is very surprising, the sort of range of reaction you get. But I think that's been kind of my favorite part about Windblade, is when I hear people saying that, fans with kids saying that, my daughter finally likes Transformers, or I finally love Windblade, she's just like me, and just being able to sort of feel like I'm helping bring new fans into this really cool world. Yeah. And I think it's completely worth it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys are doing dynamite. I heard about a huge line that apparently was here a couple hours ago.
That was very shocking.
Yeah, this is your guys' first convention as the Windblade team. How's this been? Sitting down at a table, having people come up and say what they feel about the book, having a huge line of people.
Really crazy.
So far, so good. Yeah, the first time I ever signed anywhere was at Comic-Con, and the only person who came up to me asked me where the bathroom was. So, so I'm always surprised when people come up and are like, "Oh no!" And they're finally bringing stuff. So
yeah.
It's been delightful. Although I do still know where the bathroom is. If anyone.
I was actually gonna ask, where is the bathroom?
Yeah, no, it's right over there.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Well, I'll be heading over there afterwards. Well, I don't want to keep you guys any longer here. Hope you guys have a good Botcon. It's been a pleasure to talk with you. Thanks for your time. And, I mean, you already had a gigantic line show up, but I hope you have 2 more.
Oh, thanks.
Exactly.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Bye.